everyone, and welcome back to The Organized Author. I'm Lucinda, and today I have here with me author Thomasena Martin-Johnson. She is also the president of the National Multicultural Writers Association, or NMWA, which will host a Writers Vision 2014 this year. Welcome, Thomasena.
Thank you, Lucinda. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Well, hey, let's talk first about your books. You've published 3 so far, and let's just start with the first one.
The first one is Post-1863 America the Beautiful, and it is a collection of poems that deal with people of color, African Americans, Native Americans, Spanish Americans, and other people of color, and how beautiful America is after 1863. For those of you who may not know, 1863 was the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. And I had many people asking me questions based on assumptions that they had concerning these groups of people. So I wrote this book of poems to express how I feel. Ask me who I am. I'll tell you who I am. Don't make assumptions.
All right. Well, good. And the next one?
And the next one is called Caught Up, Midnight Dessert. And this is a book of poems, and they're all love poems. But they are about committed love. They are about all the love that everybody is hoping that they will discover or experience from time to time. I want to read a little bit from the back of the book.
Okay.
It says, it is what Etta James sings about. It is what Barry White is talking about. It is what James Brown is begging for. It is what Al Green and Jimmy Reed are asking about. It is what Coco Taylor is crying about. And then it says, follow your heart. It has all the answers. If you can identify with what I'm saying, then you have been caught up in midnight dessert, or you have been in love.
All right, I like that. Okay. And the next one?
And the next one is Across Cane River. And this is a novel expressing first, it's set on Cane River. And Cane River is in Louisiana, Natchitoches in particular. And it is where a group of Creole people live. Creoles are people who are considered mixed people, and they're mixed with Indian, they're mixed with Spanish, they're mixed with Native Americans, they're mixed with African Americans. They're just mixed people, and they all live together. And this is prior to the United States owning Louisiana, prior to the Louisiana Purchase. And these people were too dark to be white and too white to be dark.
I know all about that.
So many of us do. So they had their own community, and they stayed together, and they stayed in their place, quote unquote, and everything was fine until the Louisiana Purchase and the United States finally bought Louisiana. And slowly but surely, they began to have to suffer the same inequities and mistreatment that the other people in the community who were non-white suffered. This is a story of the secrets that dwelled on Cane River, and the things that were not talked about in many homes, that were talked about in some homes, that people want to hope you don't know or hope you don't remember.
Now, who's this lady?
This lady is my mother, and her name is Eleanor Davis Martin. Now, she is not a Creole.
Okay.
But I figured she looked enough like her that she could be the Creole on the cover of my book.
And you and I wound up finding out that we were kind of related. We have share the same. My grandmother's sister is, I forgot.
Is my aunt.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she married my daddy's oldest brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so we share cousins. I just came back from a family reunion, and I thought a lot about you as the different ones drifted in. But that's what this story is about. So when you read this novel, you're going to find out that there are secrets to be discovered.
All right. Okay, so you will be one of the speakers at a Writers Vision 2014, which is being hosted by National Multicultural Writers Association. Tell us a little bit about NMWA. What is that?
NMWA is the acronym for a Writer's Vision.
And the National Multicultural Writers Association.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. For the National Multicultural Writers Association. And the National Multicultural Writers Association was formed to help aspiring writers and writers who have already been published to get to where they want to go. The group is made up of publishers and proofreaders and editors and illustrators, people who have been published and people who have not been published, and publishers who can tell the public just what you need to do in order to get published. Because I found that so many people think that it's just a matter of writing a book and getting it and taking it someplace and somebody will put it on a press, but that's not so. There has to have some, well, in fact, nobody needs to be published without an editor.
Right. And so you're the president and I'm the vice president. And
yes.
And it was agreed as the group to combine with a Writer's Vision, which is, this is the 7th year of a Writer's Vision, which the purpose of that is to help current and aspiring authors learn how to write, publish, market, and sell their books. And so we're going to have several different people speaking. You're going to do
the power of poetry.
Right?
Yes.
And we're going to have a few other members speaking. I'll be teaching on self-publishing. I am a publisher. We're Made by Me Publications. Another member, Gay Willis McGee, will be teaching on nonfiction, and Made by Me Publications published her. Got Nawasa. Nawasa is a member, Nawasa Hooks. She will be teaching on editing. She is my personal editor. She's amazing. I love her to pieces. Everybody who's speaking. Who else we got speaking this year?
We have, let's see,
Gwendolyn
Hooks, and she's a children's writer, very well published, very prolific, and she's going to talk about writing for children. And
we've got
Lynette Hodge. Now, Lynette is not necessarily a speaker, but she's going to MC the open mic portion of the program. Lynette, though, is a prolific writer as well, and she has written several books. And to hear her read her poetry is just a very, very, a very important thing for you to do in order to experience what she's read.
Right. And then last we have Ann Gray, who is a marketing expert.
Yes.
And she's going to focus on teaching people how to market and sell their books. So we're excited about it.
Well, yes, we are very excited.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming here today, Thomasena. And the plan is to get all of the speakers here on the show so we can feature them and celebrate a Writer's Vision 2014.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Until next time, happy writing.